Rhythm is joining us with the big story.
Thanks, Niranjan, for that. Our top story at this hour is the government and the Army Chief ready for a legal battle. The Supreme Court will today hear a PIL in favour of the Army Chief. While the Ministry of Defence has openly slammed the Army Chief's move, saying he has set a bad precedent, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh chose to evade this crucial question, referring to it as a sensitive matter.
In the confrontation between the Army Chief and the government, matters will come to a head today, with the Supreme Court likely to take up the public interest litigation that echoes the very same contention in General V.K. Singh's writ petition regarding the age row.
Should it be 1950 or is it 1951? The question is, will the Supreme Court see it or will they throw it out? That is the big question, especially because the Chief's own writ petition is already before the Supreme Court.
The Prime Minister, in his first reaction to the Army Chief age row, refrained from a direct comment, admitting the matter was a sensitive one.
Caught in the most unsavory battles of all times between the government and the Army Chief, the Prime Minister today refused to comment when he was accosted at a public ceremony. Clearly, the Prime Minister pointing out that this was a very sensitive issue on which he would not comment.
Rest be assured, the government is ready for a legal fight.
The PMO has advised the Law Minister to stay on in Delhi till at least the 21st to ensure that perhaps an early resolution of the Chief's age issue actually happens.
Its battle-ready stance not belied by the very first response from the Ministry of Defence just 2 days ago.
But all that I can say is that it's an unfortunate development, and it is not a healthy precedent either for the ministry or the armed forces.
It will be the very first hearing in the age row, though not in the case initiated by the Army Chief himself. It, however, remains to be seen if General V.K. Singh's late evening meeting with the Minister of State in the Defence Ministry, Pallam Raju, will have any bearing on the moves that will be made in court. With Navika Kumar and Srinjoy Chaudhary in New Delhi, Aviral Virk for Times Now.
Meenakshi now joins us from the Supreme Court. Meenakshi, at this point of time, it's a crucial day in the Supreme Court, even as the government is readying itself for a legal fight. What are the several options that can play out in the court today?
Absolutely, Rhythm. All eyes on this crucial hearing, which is slated to take place in a short while from now at the Apex Court. You know, Rhythm, there is an interesting sequence of events that are lined up at the court. There is a backdrop against which this particular hearing is going to take place. Remember, this is a PIL which has been filed by an ex-servicemen's association. Now, the cause of action in the PIL is now the same, because remember, when this PIL was filed, at that point in time, General Singh had not moved Supreme Court. They are obviously demanding a redetermination of the Army Chief's age. Given the fact that General Singh himself is now moved Supreme Court, how much significance this PIL will hold is something that we'll have to wait and see. The matter is listed before the Chief Justice of India. Given the fact that the government has now filed a caveat, essentially what will happen is the fact that the government's counsel will be present in today's proceedings as well, so that even at the mentioning stage, or if the Supreme Court deems it appropriate to issue notice, even prior to that, the Supreme Court will have to hear the government side of the story. Now, the arguments are going to be especially interesting, given the fact that we have seen there in the story that was just playing out how the government has taken a position on this particular matter. How the court will take cognizance of this matter is very interesting. On the 16th of December, the Supreme Court had recused itself from hearing this particular case. But in a short while from now, we will have more clarity on how this particular case is going to pan out. Rhythm?